Hi everyone, Sherry Rosenthal here. Really excited to introduce you to an incredible woman that you just have to meet. A very dear friend of mine, Deborah Skye. She is a facilitator for our upcoming Bali trip, and you just have to meet her and hear what she has to share. She has the most incredible way of combining spirituality with creating a really powerful business. And so I'd like to introduce everybody. This is Deborah Skye. Deborah, you just have to share a little bit about yourself with everybody so they get to know, why is it you run these trips, and who are you, and where have you been in their lives all these years?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Sherry. Hi, everyone. My name is Deborah Skye King, and I have been leading and researching and developing going to sacred sites for 28 years. I started when I was 14 years old in Mexico in Chichen Itza, and then moved down to Tulum. I've been to a lot of different places all over the world, and I have been called to go to these amazing locations to do initiations and ceremony, and I work with elders. And I found that throughout the years, my spirituality and my connection to the earth and the cosmos has attracted a lot of people to want to do the same with me. So I began doing trips in the late 90s. And the first one was in Mexico, in Palenque. And we went to a different couple of sites, and I've gone to a lot of other places since then. But why I do these is because what happens when you go to these powerful, powerful locations is your cellular DNA changes, memories arises, and you have these experiences of a greater expansion of who you are. And how that helps you in your business is exponentially. It helps you a lot because there is no separation really between who you are as a spiritual being and how your business is run. Because when you have those two in alignment, then the people who come to you to work with you speak the same language, they want the same things, their core values are in the same alignment to you, and you find that your work becomes very effortless.
Exactly. I love that. And Deborah, you've been doing, you have your own website and you've been doing some work for a while. Can you share a little bit about what's been going on in your teaching life there?
I have been online since 1998. I've been online for 14 years, and I have a lot more than just one website. I have 5 different areas in my business that I focus on with women specifically. Wow. And one really is about teaching female entrepreneurs or women who want an entrepreneurial lifestyle, which really is about freedom.
Right.
Going into understanding, well, how do you take your idea? How do you take that inner voice and bring it out to the world in a place where it's marketable, create the foundation, understand how do you create an online presence, how do you brand yourself, and then how do you share the message? And for me, it's quite simple because I've been doing it for so long that I teach a lot of women all over the globe how to do this. And I find that a lot of women who come to me are, at the moment, not courageous in developing that presence. So I create a platform for them so they can speak their inner truth and have a voice for whatever it is that they desire to do. And a lot of women don't know. So I have programs to understanding of discovering your soul's purpose, then coming into alignment. Then you're going to live it and bring it out into a business.
That is the whole thing, isn't it? And especially this year in 2012, that so much change is going on, and so many women are going through very profound changes in their life, and they're looking to be able to express themselves now in a more powerful and authentic way. So this is very exciting to me. I really appreciate you sharing this. And I'm curious, why Bali? And why the Female Entrepreneur Spiritual Empowerment Summit. What's the connection there, and how did you choose that?
Well, it chose me. It really chose its own destination because I've been working with female entrepreneurs for a long time. And I wanted to have a summit specifically for women that they can come to one location and dive into their sensuality, experience that power of authentic voice, be able to be nurtured every single day in a spiritual culture, and be in the divine feminine. And so when I asked just out loud, where would I be able to do that? It's like my whole body scanned the planet and I landed in Bali. And Bali is actually a Pleiadian energy. So the Pleiades is a star system, but it's also an energy which has really supported the growth and the development of our planet. And it's incredible energy. So when the energy went to Bali, I was like, of course. I mean, what a perfect place. It's the divine feminine. It's so imbued in spiritual culture. And then you have the energy of the Pleiades really supporting people uncovering their truth and their core values.
Excellent. I love that. I feel like I've got to come on this trip already. Okay. So given that, and that is really fabulous. Everyone knows Bali is just such a mother energy there. It's such an amazing place, and it is sensual and in every way, shape, or form. It's just such a very sacred place too, because the one thing about Bali is that particular culture really integrates their life and their spiritual path. A lot of times in the West, we have a spiritual path, and then we have our daily life, and people they don't fully integrate that there is, your life is your spiritual life, but there, they really live it. So what a supportive and nurturing and nourishing environment to do such an incredible thing. So I have a question. What type of women will be drawn to this event?
Women that want to be empowered, women that are seeking truth, honesty, really being able to understand what is my purpose on this planet. Women that are desiring to make a change in their life and just don't have any idea how to do it, so they're looking for support. Women that are seeking a like-minded group of other women, and women that know they've just had enough and they want to be nurtured and they want the support, and they're seeking just a space to be able to unwind. Also women who are ready to go into the business and want a clear path of understanding, how do I do it and how do I rock my business? A lot of women know that it's time to make that switch, to make that leap from wherever they are in their lives to go into being an individual entrepreneur, having their own business, and then understanding how to do it. So the summit's really about that. The 2 days on the weekend is really looking at, here is your blueprint of how to begin, run, and be successful in your business online.
I think that is so key right now. One thing I've noticed, and I don't know if you have the same experience too, but I see so many people that have left a corporate job for many different reasons. With all the change and the economic situations right now, and they really want to start their own business, but they're so at a loss as to where to begin that it seems so overwhelming. And for many women, I find it's been a secret desire for them to have their own business, but they've been so busy for so many years raising children and taking care of the family that they haven't really had the time or bandwidth, so to speak, or energy to dive in and create something online that they can really profit from and enjoy. And especially now is the time. I mean, more and more people are on the internet and of all ages and all over the world. And my feeling is, why limit yourself to something local when you can be global? But it seems overwhelming, but it really isn't. You and I know it isn't, because we both have internet businesses. But I'm really excited that you're sharing something like this, because I do think it's powerful. And I'm wondering, is that also what you're feeling?
It's a calling. I feel that women around the entire planet are waking up at such a rapid pace, and women are realizing that they don't want to play the roles that they played before, that they don't have to play society's game. And a lot of women are fed up and pissed off, and they just want to let it all go. And a lot of women are. They're just like, I'm done. Yeah. So now what? Now what do? I don't want to go back into corporate. I don't want to go into a job. I want to create my own life, have time with my kids, or go on vacation, or be on vacation for my life and create that lifestyle. And personally, that was my decision in 1998, was that I made that clear decision. I wanted to have a lifestyle and not a job. Ever, and have a lifestyle that's going to really support my desire of travel, of freedom, and of independence. And soul therapy has done that for me. My business and the work that I do in Sacred Journeys has really supported that. And it really brings in amazing women that really want that bridge, into that other space. And really, I just carry them into the place where they know they're destined to be. So it's a wonderful thing to see so many women rising up and saying yes, knowing that what they have been doing isn't fulfilling them on a spiritual and a core level.
Wow. That really sums it up. And I'm sure the gals who are listening are going to so resonate with what you're saying, because, I'm feeling that from so many people right now. So the way that you put that all together, it just expresses, I think, very clearly what women are going through at this point in time. So I'm curious, what do you feel is the greatest takeaway that women are going to be leaving this Female Entrepreneur Spiritual Empowerment Summit with? What juicy morsel are they going to go home with, or morsels? I'm sure there are going to be many morsels. I have really put this spiritual empowerment summit together to provide women to be empowered, to be courageous, to speak their truth, and to know how to do it and have it set up for them. So all of the, how do I do this? How do I do that? How does all this happen? What should I do? That's completely taken care of. Now it's just, here's your platform. Here's the way how you do it. Here's your voice. You've got the confidence. You're now empowered. And you're spiritually aligned to who you are, not what society tells you are. So go out in the world and spread your light and share it. That really is, the morsel, as you say, of what the summit really is about, is providing all those different attributes and energies to support women to be in their divine self. Wow. I think that's fantastic. And I know that the way actually you have the itinerary of the trip laid out also is really fantastic, because I know for myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel this way, the first few days that you actually get away on a trip is such an experience of unwinding. And they really get to unwind for the beginning of the trip, go to the sacred sites, and have some beautiful ceremony and connection as a family of women in a very deep and profound way. And then at the end, you have the summit when they're relaxed and their hearts and minds are open. And then, wow, they really get to, break open the whole thing and create this amazing dream that they can go home and implement right away.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, they can actually implement it right there and then. They're not going to do it at home. We're actually doing it there. So, so it's actually going to be created there. And so there's not going home and then the implementation, because we will be having our laptops out and actually creating from the location in Bali. And every day is actually built upon from the day before, so that when we get to the moment of the summit itself, the networking, the heart-centered connection, and the sisterhood that has been created, it is just going to allow the summit itself to be so easy to understand and apply that is why I want to do it there. So they're creating their affiliates, they're creating their JVs, they're already in relationship to what their core values are. So they're going to be actually doing their bios, writing out their mission statements, and understanding what colors are vibrating to them for their branding, and taking photos of them in Bali to put on their sites. So it's actually not come and learn and then go home. It's actually come, learn, we're going to do it, and it's created before you leave.
Wow. I appreciate you clarifying that. That right there is worth every penny of this trip. To be able to have that done before they even get home, to be able to have those connections, oh my God, that's amazing. Look, for anybody that's been nervous or unsure about stepping out in that way and creating their dream, obviously this is the trip for them, because where can you go to have that where you're having an amazing spiritual experience in a beautiful, gorgeous part of the world and being able to accomplish all of that? Oh my God, Deborah Skye, I'm just so excited that you're creating this trip and that actually I get to support it also. So I'm really excited and honored, because I really get excited about things that empower women, and I'm very grateful to you for creating this environment, and grateful to you for showing up today and being able to share a little bit about the trip, because I think it's one thing to look at the website and look at the itinerary and everything, but it's another thing to really hear you share in a very heartfelt way everything that the participants are going to be able to gain from this event. So thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing all of you on the trip.
Yay! All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Deborah Skye, for being here. And thank you, everyone, for listening in today. If anyone has any questions about Deborah Skye's trip, please email me. Deborah, Deborah Skye, can they also email you? Is that possible?
Absolutely.
Can you tell them your email address, please?
Yeah, at info@soultherapy.ca.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Thank you again for being here. And I wish everybody safe and beautiful travels. Bye-bye, everyone.